I look kind of white, but that's okay. Welcome back to the podcast. And we have a special guest, and her name is Oreo. And she does not want to show up on camera. But welcome back to the podcast. This is I'll Call My Ex-Aunt's Divorce Lawyer. And yes, it is just me. Unfortunately, due to scheduling conflicts and addresses and living like 2 hours away from each other, it is very difficult for me and Leah to film a podcast episode together. So from now on, and who knows when we'll come back, if we ever do together, it's just gonna be me. And my little neighbors are playing right now, so if there's noise, I am sorry. So there is a new location because I don't like filming outside because my neighbors also smoke weed. So I figured, as coming back to filming a podcast episode it's almost been a year since we filmed the last podcast episode, which was May 30 something. I think it was May 30th or 31st maybe. So it's been a while. Damn, my forehead looks big. So yeah. So as you can tell from, well, I don't know. I actually haven't titled this episode. This is episode 5 of I'll Call My Ex-Aunt's Divorce Lawyer. Titled Teachers, It's Not My Fault. Came up with that on the spot. So yes, I'm going to talk about a more serious topic today, and it's about teachers. So, teachers, they teach us, right? They are known for that, they're paid for that, it's what they studied for, and they chose that job. And they're supposed to teach us about the subject that they choose, and even about life, because they've lived longer than us, right? But some of them don't exactly like their job. And it's very obvious that they're only there for the money, and you kind of go, but what money? You don't get paid enough. And even that is one of the reasons why they suck at their job, because they don't get paid enough. I have had very few teachers that have actually cared about their jobs. And probably being, I don't know, I don't remember. Some of my teachers, my parents were like, oh, they were such great teachers, but I didn't like them. Like my kindergarten teacher, I have mixed feelings about her, but when I was 5, that was when my mother went through cancer, so this teacher was very understanding and very helpful in a way, so I am grateful about that, but she was a little too strict for my opinion. For example, back in elementary school, or mainly kinder and like 1st grade, you had this thing where it was the little sticks that you would move every time you did something bad, and you'd start off your day with green, and then it'd go to like yellow and whatever. And one time she made a girl move her thing yellow because she had painted toenails. And why does she need to get in trouble for that if her parents allowed her to paint her toenails? Can you explain that to me? So, yeah. That didn't make any sense to me because, but whatever, you know. And then, say my 2nd grade teacher, that's the thing, there was 2 teachers for my 2nd grade class, and one of them, she spoke Spanish, and that's why my mom left her. She definitely cared about her job, even though she yelled at us a lot. But I think it was because she cared. I'd say my 3rd grade teacher definitely also cared about her job. She was very nice to me. My 6th grade teacher, he seemed to enjoy his job too. When I got to middle school, though, that's when you start realizing that these teachers take out their anger on you sometimes, and it's not your fault. I don't really think I had any 7th grade teachers that actually genuinely cared about their jobs. 8th grade, there was 1 teacher. 2 teachers, but mainly just 1. And it was my 8th grade English teacher who genuinely cared about what he was doing. Did he do a good job at it? I can't say he did because it was an honors class and a lot of us that had him were completely unprepared for a high school level honors English class, and my grade proved that. A B minus for an honors class isn't that bad, but like it had a hold on me during that time. And so, yeah. But I have had, I would say, a lot of teachers that genuinely don't care about their jobs, especially this year with my English and my math teachers, who I don't want to name, but they genuinely just don't seem to care about what they're doing, and it proves in their work ethic, which because they can't teach. And then, especially with my math teacher, who, even though I try to put myself in his shoes, I can't, because it's just, I don't understand why he is the way he is. It's maybe he was unloved as a child. Maybe he hates himself so much that he doesn't know how to love and appreciate and respect others, and I don't know, just, he complains about his job on a daily basis. He complains about how he doesn't get paid enough. He complains about everything. His wife just had a baby, and he's been complaining about that. And I'm like, dude, it's not my fault your wife got pregnant. That's your fault, okay? Like, stop acting like it's our fault your wife got pregnant, because that was you. That was all you. Blame yourself for it. Don't take out your anger on us. He goes, one day we were doing class. This is like 2 days after his baby was born. I don't know what he's doing. Like, take the week off, bro. Your wife needs you. Like, your wife's practically dealing with 2 toddlers and a newborn baby because you complain all the time. And he shows up, and obviously I can't stand the man, so I'm like, ugh, whatever. And so class is almost over, and I hear him go, oh, I can't wait to go to sleep. Oh, wait, I can't sleep because I have to take care of a newborn. Like that. Not joking, that's how he said it. And I go, first of all, it's your job. Second of all, nobody's asking you to be here. Third of all, you're the one who got your wife pregnant, so now deal with it. And your wife is probably having it worse than you are. And then a couple days ago, we're all zoning out, my entire class and I. A lot of us were just, because we're tired. Okay, school is almost over, and these teachers are killing us with these projects, with finals, with work and everything. They can't give us a break. We're tired. We want to go home. It's the last class of the day. None of us can take it anymore, okay? We're genuinely physically and mentally exhausted, and it's like to them they don't care. And he goes, you know, I'm going to guilt you guys right now. I am quoting him right now. I'm going to guilt you guys right now, but I probably got way less sleep than you guys. You know, the principal told me I could stay home all week, but I'm here, so could you guys at least try? First of all, like I've said 20 times, it's not my fault you got your wife pregnant. Second of all, you said it yourself. You're choosing to be here. I have to be here because if I don't, they call my parents and then I have to pay for it. I'm here because I have to be. You're here because you're getting a paycheck out of this. And you don't even get paid enough, and you're always complaining about it as if it was our fault. It's not. You're the one who chose this job. Now, if you didn't want to be in this job, then you shouldn't have taken it. But considering the fact that he has a degree in engineering, it means that he probably wanted to be an engineer and failed at that. He used to work at this expensive private school that's across the street from where I live. And considering the fact that he's not there anymore, it proves how bad of a teacher he is, because they probably fired him. He was also a soccer coach at the school I go to now, and considering the fact that he's not doing that anymore either means he was sucked at that too. So, like, I get it. Your life is miserable. You don't have a job that you like. You are constantly complaining about your children, and you don't get paid enough. But, like, it's not my fault. You're the one who chose that life. Like, I'm not getting paid to be here. I have to go to school, because apparently that's what I need to be in so I can be successful. So I think either And at the same time, I don't blame the teachers, I blame the school system, especially the U.S. school system. You know, we're supposed to be the richest economy, and we have one of the most suckiest school systems in the world. Like, Finland, I'm going to rant about the school system now. Finland has probably one of the best school systems in the world. In 2017, their high school graduation rate was 99%. At the same time, at this same year, the U.S. was below the OECD average with an 86%, I think. So that just proves a lot. And the school system in Finland, they don't exhaust their children, their students, the way the U.S. school system does. They don't give them homework. They don't give them standardized testing. It's not as bad as it is here, because here they're not teaching us so we can learn. They're teaching us so we can pass a test so they can get more money. And what do they do with that money? Because if teachers are teaching us so we can pass a state test, so the school can get more money, but clearly they're not getting more money out of their jobs, which makes them even more bitter towards us, which means they take out more of their anger on us. So what are you doing with this money? Because clearly, whatever you're doing with this money, it's not helping anyone. They are mentally and physically exhausting us, and they're killing us. Because the amount of suicide rates is increasing, and especially in children, in high school students, they're dying. We're all dying. And they don't care. They say, oh, we care about your mental health, but I mean, in 2021, that's when mental health days, I think. I'm not sure. Don't take my word for it. That was when mental health days became an excused absence. Meaning before that, they didn't care. Before that, they were like, oh, you're having a bad day? Oh, you feel sad? I don't give a damn. Go to school. Or like if you say, oh, I didn't go to school because I'm taking a mental health day, they're like, okay, an excuse absent. And they're finally realizing that mental health matters just as much as physical health. You can't live a balanced life without both. And I actually wrote an essay about this in my English class, and guess what my English teacher gave me? A D. I wrote about how the stigma surrounding mental health stops people from getting help, and a lot of that stigma comes back to school as well, because these students are in fear because their feelings have been completely invalidated throughout their whole lives, that they think it doesn't matter because no teacher ever told them that it mattered. So please, dear school systems, pay your teachers better, stop killing your students, and stop caring about the money. Your students are what matter, not the money. Anyway, that was episode 5 of I'll Call My Ex-Aunt's Divorce Lawyer, titled Teachers, It's Not My Fault. I don't actually remember what I titled it. But, yeah. I'm Sarai Braceno, and have a good day. That's a tradition Leah and I have.